Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Parker in the house here at the cave. How are you, sir?
So excited to be back.
Dude, Matt just wrote a couple months ago and said, you're coming through town. Yeah. Do we want to shoot something? And this is, I think, the least amount of pre-prep we've ever done for a build.
Yeah, we've bought some pencils. Well, okay. There's mildly more prep in these
than there are in these. But this is like, I had sent you just randomly this wonderful set of geometries from office equipment.
Yes.
And I just, like, you had seen that. I loved it. And then you suggested this, and I thought, yeah, absolutely.
There's something very pleasing about just off the shelf, walk into a stationery shop, buy just things that are cheap.
Totally.
And then make...
Well, because which of us has not had some kind of office job where you're sitting there bored out of your brain, messing with bull clips, paper clips, whatever there is.
And these, I mean, these are like the standard cheap pencil that you're going to get.
No, this is like the platonic ideal of a pencil. And you've got this geometric construction that exploits it.
But why is the off-the-shelf base level entry pencil a hexagon? Like, that's such a beautiful shape. But I feel like they could have you could make a pencil a lot easier without making it a hexagon.
Right. You'd be splitting it into squares.
Yeah.
It would be much simpler. Because, like, how much would they lose cutting it into hexagons?
Yeah, I can't believe it comes packed and then they slice it up perfectly. Like,
right. It's not like...
No. It's like, oh, this is more efficient for the
there's
areas
no straight line you can follow to cut a hexagon.
No, but if you had a big grid of them, like the tooling would be so over-engineered.
Yeah.
The savings would evaporate the moment you think about it. So I don't know why, but I'm hugely in debt to whoever set this as the pencil standard, because we can make a wonderful structure out of them.
Excellent. Look, I love these videos specifically because we screw up so often. And I can see in the comments that people really appreciate that as a... It's a nice entry level, right?
It's not a lack of prep.
No.
It's modeling, good learning.
Exactly.
And exploration.
So tell me exactly the shape we're going to make with these guys.
So we're going to build a structure which goes by the generic name, the Hexastix.
That's a literal... That's not a name that somebody's niece came up with.
I don't know. No, I don't know where. We should check the history of the Hexastix.
Hexastix.
They're sticks and they're hexagons. Like that's how it's done. And a fantastic mathematical artist called George Hart kind of codified this into one where it uses exactly 72 pencils to make like the canonical version of this structure.
Amazing.
And so we've got more than 72 pencils.
And you have done this all. You have some custom.
Yes.
You have some ground already laid.
Yes, I do. I got obsessed with, when you eventually build this shape, all the different directions the pencils face.
Okay.
And thinking about that in terms of, you know, when you do like a plot, like a graph at school, you've got the X and Y axes and then the Z axes afterwards. I was like, well, there are other options. You don't have to have 3 orthogonal ones. So what we end up with this is like 4, instead of being like cube right-angled axes, you end up with 4 tetrahedral, like...
You end up with 4, not 6 axes?
4 axes. You'd think there'd be 6.
I was assuming there were 6 axes.
Somehow, out of 6 comes 4. So I got 4 different colored pencils, and I've labeled each one. So that's tetrahedral A axis.
Oh my God.
So it means we can also build a model, and there's the tetrahedral C axis, where you can see...
Oh, so you've labeled the... Right. Instead of X, Y, Z, you've got A, B,
and
C.
C. Yep. And I did RGB colors for... There's the square pencils.
Somebody makes them.
Yeah, I found a company that makes custom pencils. And I got in touch and said, what's your minimum order?
For square.
And they said a lot. And I said, let's talk anyway. So this is why I've got a whole lot left over now.
I really appreciate your commitment to Sparkle Motion on this front, man.
So there's XYZ, RGB.
Oh, right. Oh, there's your 3 axes.
Yep, and then I did cyan, magenta, black, and yellow for the 4. I took the rest of the day off when I had that idea.
That's a really good idea.
So, what I've done here is just put a bunch of them in one direction.
Right.
And now if I get a different direction, I can start slotting them in. And because I got these elastic bands, it's important to keep equal tension on each end of your packs of rods. Otherwise, they start to thrust
lack
them
of
out.
parallelism will have parts falling out.
So I'm gonna basically, I did this like a little 3x3 grid, which is a bit.
Okay.
If I put these through here like that, I can now like start to do the
And
same arrangement the other way around.
Right. And then presumably you'll do another one.
And then I'll do it. Then the blue ones will come straight through this way. So actually, if you want to, oops, yeah, let's do this as a team.
Wait.
There we got it. We're in. Got it. I got them the right way around. Yes. Excellent. And then what we can do is put 3 on the outside, and then if you want to grab some elastic bands, we'll band that up. So now the trick is to try and use the same ones.
Like
So these
two
are
of
the ones here. Yeah.
There we go.
So we can pop one. Do you want to, what have I done? I've tripled them. Yeah. I mean, this takes the most shoving.
So it's blue goes into each.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So you just got to kind of maneuver things out of the way and get the blues through. What you're making is called a rod packing. Oh yeah, that'll happen.
Okay, we lost a green. We lost a wait.
There'll be a lot of putting stuff back in as
yeah.
it comes out. Yeah, because as you're changing the tension.
Okay.
Also, these bands, because these are a lot closer and these are.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
They're going to have different.
yeah.
I see.
There's
That's
a
where the
lot
equivalent
of
tension comes in.
Massaging the tension.
All right. So then, I see. Now I no longer get to push against the table after that first.
Yeah.
time.
Or you can do them all flush. And then do the final shove.
I get. Come on. There we go.
One of those things where the journey is fiddly, but the destination is satisfying.
All right. There we go. Come on. There we are. Oh, wow. And now I'm going to have 6 on the... No.
Yeah, now you got to decide which ones are going to be like exterior ones.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the issue that we're having.
Use a lot of recentering. Yeah. That's it.
Okay. And also that, and also...
in this dimension.
Oh, right.
There
we
go.
go. Great. And then let's bring that closer. Okay, so we can do this, and this, and that, and
There
then
you go.
That one goes there, and then we get
Band that.
Oh.
That's all fixable.
Okay.
There you go.
So that's a successful 3-axis.
Yeah.
What did you call it?
This is like a Tetrastix.
Yeah, right.
Because they're all squares. It's one of the 6 uniform rod packings. Mathematically, we imagine them as going infinitely in every direction.
Right.
So you've got infinitely many green ones all going up and down.
And there's no space between them.
Well, with the space, the rods end up filling. There's no gaps between them. They're all flush.
Right.
But if you look at, there are still little voids.
There's cubes
so
in the
if you peel
middle.
it back, you can see little empty cubes.
Right.
The rods, from memory, fill 25% of the volume. If I've not misremembered that, people will correct me. And you can do it with cylindrical rods. So rod packings in general are just how can you arrange infinitely long sticks?
Yeah.
But
and you said how many rod packings are there?
6.
6
uniform ones. There are 4 with square cross sections. Sorry, 2 with squares, 2 with hexagons, and 2 with triangles. But the other rod ones only subtly different compared to this one. They're kind of in pairs.
Okay.
So there's really 3, to my mind, 3 ways of doing it. And while you could do it with cylindrical, like circular pencils, if you switch to the geometry that matches the structure you end up with, everything just sits
really
nicely.
Yes,
together.
right. Here you go. Right, and the cylindrical would be a little more.
It would slide
fiddly.
around a lot more fiddly. Yeah, whereas this is very, very pleasing.
I feel like you're leading me towards what will be exciting about the hexagons.
We start doing the same process.
Yeah.
With the pencils.
Right.
But you're looking to see where there's going to be a 4th one, and somewhere as you're building it, the model will tell you where you're going to put the 4th axis. So it's perfectly symmetric. It can't be like just another one that's sticking out at a weird angle, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to start the same process, the same way.
With 9.
With how many you fancy. 7's kind of handy if you do a 3 and a 2 and a 2.
Oh.
Because it looks like a bit of a hexagon. and then you build that up.
Ah, okay. So you start with the structure of
the hexagons make hexagons, squares make squares.
Whereas the squares make squares.
And then just listen to the pencils.
That's your advice here?
They will reveal where to. And a lot of people ask me, like, are there instructions or how do you do it? The instructions kind of are start building it,
and then
keep building it. And then you're done, which I know is deeply unhelpful.
Okay, so we've got the honeycomb.
Yep. So now you want to do what we did before and start slotting through the next set in a different direction. But you can see you've got choice. Like
I don't know whether I go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see. I see where I can get. Okay, let's try. So I'll try one here.
Oh yeah.
And I'll try one here.
I'm going to say deliberately one step behind you.
Okay, excellent. All right, so that feels like something.
Yeah.
And then...
So like before, you're going to have an exterior one.
Right.
And then maybe now you can build up the 2-3-2 pattern again.
But
So if you move this down to the middle.
Right, yeah, sorry.
So now you could have 2 in this one, 3 in the middle one, and 2 on the outside, and then elastic band that.
Wait.
As in, like, so you're stacking up additional ones of these.
Oh.
So you're building up a whole bundle going in that direction.
I see. But wait, I'm confused. How do the 2... So wait, one goes like that?
Yep.
Okay.
2 on there, and then we can put a 3rd one up here.
Oh.
And then if you put 2 on the outside.
Oh.
So now if you look this way, you see you've got 2-3-2.
Yep, and now you have 2-3-2. And now I need another 2-3-2.
Yep. So you elastic band that in place, and then...
All right.
But so far, same process as this.
I feel like it's not going to be at a 90. It's going to be like that.
Oh, yeah. It's like being a teacher when you walk around the classroom. Students will say things. You can't say that's right or that's wrong. You're like, oh, that's interesting. And discuss how you got to that conclusion.
Okay, I'm just wedging this in here, and I'm just going to try.
Great.
Going.
You know what? I'm going to catch up with you. I think you're getting too far ahead of me.
I can't visualize it yet, but I think...
Great.
Well, maybe.
That's good stuff.
But wait, I think that this one must go here. The hexagons make it a little easier to wedge through them.
Yes, they're a bit more tapered.
But I'm confused. Okay, so wait.
That was good.
Does it look? Wait.
Yeah, so you can put more in now. So you could put, but now they're going to be like spaced out
They're
that
like
way
that.
as well. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the next one you got to kind of wedge.
All right.
Weave it through there.
Okay. And then another one here. And another one here. And I've got 2-3-2. I see. There's a certain point at which I'll be able to just add more pencils to the multiples, right?
Yes.
Yes. And what you're saying is there's a natural fourth axis.
There's a natural fourth axis.
That should be obvious to me.
Well, obvious not in the everyday sense, but
sure.
Obvious in the mathematical sense.
Sure. All right, let's get these all. Wow, the evenness of their tension is remarkably necessary.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so fourth axis, which means.
And there is a way to find it easier, but I'll let you have a look at it first. I don't want to
it's something.
ruin the fun.
Oh, it's something. There it is.
Yeah. And actually, if you get it there, if you push it right down.
Yeah, they'll start to open up.
Isn't that amazing?
That's beautiful.
You just press it down.
You were so right. You just see it. So it's like one.
Yeah, and you just hold it down, they just slot in and you're away.
Oh my goodness. Well, now I'm putting in a whole bunch, but I can keep on adding.
Yeah, you can add as many as you want at this point. I wouldn't get too hung up on the exact numbers.
Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's right. Okay, here we go. I do want to achieve some kind of symmetry.
Yes, well, that's kind of the next. Oh, look at that. That's good.
And I'm getting somewhere, but I can see that I need to add more pencils.
So you kind of want to see if you can build each direction into a hexagon.
Right, which is more than 7.
Well, 7 will do like a base hexagon.
Right.
Because you've got 6 around a central one. But you should better expand it out one more.
Oh, it's not quite a hexagon what I've got here. I'm still missing.
No, not quite. So you can see you've got one hexagon here.
Right.
With a center one. Then you started to build up this outer one.
But I need...
But these two, if you take them out and put them over here, this would be, there's your center of your hexagons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah. And there's no wrong answer because you can build the hexagon with any offset compared to the others and it will work.
Wait. So that's the original,
That's the original there.
Yeah.
Those ones there. And you see you've started to build out this perimeter.
So now I go here, right? I gotcha. Now I see.
And this is just the keep building it phase.
Right.
Because you look at it and you're like, where needs a pencil? And then after a while, you'll find you can't add any more.
You're right, because I need more over here. I see. Gotcha. Okay. 8, 13, 19. Is that correct? 19 pencils makes a hexagon?
Yeah, you should have 1, then 6, then 12. So 18, 19, yep.
So one is complete. Oh. Great. And then oh, no.
Twang.
Stop. Come on. Okay. Where's my incomplete at? That's complete. That's complete. That's not. There we go. Okay, so pull that and pull that. Oh, Matt, this is awesome.
Isn't it great?
Holy cow.
And you can raid a stationery cupboard and you're away on this.
Oh, that last one's nice and stable.
Yeah, it is. Isn't it so pleasing at the very end? You're just like, oh, they're all just happy to go home.
Right. They're like, yeah, we know where we go. We know where we live.
You can see the hexagon gaps and you're like, yep, you're going there.
And so unlike the square, there are little triangle gaps in here.
Yep. There's still, I forget what percentage this rod packing fills, but it's not completely filling the space inside.
So I can see there's a cube in here. Am I wrong?
No, that's a very good question.
Wait a second.
You're asking the right question.
Wait a second.
Let's not get into the answer just yet. Yeah, what is it? What's in the middle?
Oh, wait. Are these describing the vertices or the planes? Hold on.
Planes are in the eye of the beholder. I'm afraid. Okay, I've caught up with you. Here we go. I'm just going to center. Mine's a little off whack. There we go.
Yeah.
I haven't done magenta. I spoke too soon. Fill these in. So I haven't quite centered mine well.
Really? Yours looks really nice.
That's better. Now, there's 2 things you've noticed that mean you can do something else with this. So this is a perfectly valid model.
Right.
Job done?
Yes.
You could keep going for as long as there's like length left in the pencil,
yeah. I could probably do maybe 1 or 2 more hexagons.
Exactly. But there's 2 things. One is you're wondering what's the center shape.
Yes, or what symmetries does the centered shape...
Love it. And at the moment, there is no center shape because it's pencils all the way down.
Right.
The other thing you notice is these middle ones start to come out real easy.
Yes, they do.
So what George Hart did was realize you could like remove them as you go. So you could take out the middle ones each time you add another layer out. Oh. So you leave the outer...
Because the middle ones are self-stable.
Yeah. So now you can take out all the middle ones.
Just those.
Well, you can take out...
Oh, really? You can take out the other ones as well?
Yep. And it will stay stable. So your question now is, can you go one further?
Oh.
Like you could build all these hexagons out one more. So
right.
I'm going to join you in this.
Oh my God, I really want to try it. Are we going to do it? Excellent, we're going to try it.
So some people like the dense model, where it's like pencils right to the core. I like this weird feeling of it shouldn't work.
Right, yes.
And I really like that.
Right, because like how do you get to that?
Yeah.
Okay, so is it as simple as drawing a line all the way around?
Yep.
Amazing.
Now mine are a bit off center, so I'm going to have to re-center some of my hexagons, but then I should have it as well.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, when you were talking about stationary math sculptures, I was like, I think I know one Adam will enjoy.
Now the other question is do you have to wait until they're all in to pull out the middles, or can you pull out the middles each time you do one surround?
I feel like you can do them as you go, but it depends. I'm saying that because I'm not 100% sure, because they're stable if they're resting on
I'm not gonna risk it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. Which also means you can make it, because if you have a lot of pencils, you can be quite generous with how many you leave behind.
Yes.
If you're doing it with the minimum, if you've only got 72 pencils, you got to be a bit more strategic with where they go in and where they come out.
The way it guides you through this last step is really quite lovely.
Yeah, that's why the instructions of then just keep building it do make sense. Like, it's not just being facetious. Like, you can get it going and keep going. Where have I gone wrong?
I have gone wrong somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I see where I've gone wrong, as I don't have enough to support them all. There we go. Okay. So, here we go on. So, 3, 4. Okay, now I'm putting in the last surround. Wow. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God, this feels so good in my brain.
Okay.
You know, it's at moments like this that I'm reminded of like Andrew Weil getting choked up talking about
the emotion of
and
discovering math.
I can see, I feel like I see inside his brain for a sec.
This is the best type of math building activity, is one that recreates the experience of doing math.
Right. In terms of the pleasure, right?
The pleasure and the discovery and the satisfying nature, and occasionally yelling at it for a bit, and it works. And then you know you're doing it right because everything lines up and it's beautiful. Like that's
really
lovely.
Great. All right. Now we do this. And then it's all about the refinement. Oh, right. Four, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Just making
Yep,
sure.
yep, they're all 4x4x4.
Oh, man.
Are you done?
I am. I
goodness.
just love that you've got this chamber in the middle. It's a
what shape
cricket
is
trap.
it? Yeah.
Oh wow! I can almost get the light to show me facets. The difficulty here is that it actually looks a little janky until you get it exactly right.
Yes. There's a bit of finessing at the very end there.
But it's nice. It's nice and holds because you've got a rubber band touching every single pencil. So, is it possible?
Yeah.
That I'm offset by one on one of my axes?
Definitely.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
100%.
I think I might have.
I definitely was.
I think I need to be.
Yeah, I've tried to correct some of mine by instead of enlarging equally all the way around, I've like gone out like from one corner.
Right.
To try and shift the center of mass of that.
Oh, fascinating.
So you can. I mean, it's an interesting exercise to work out. Like if you cut up here in you can kind of you can shift a hexagon over.
Oh man, there's so much going on.
What am I doing? That's not happy. You can see how we're butting up against the limits of the length of a standard pencil.
Oh yeah, and I can see doing one more. It's going to take a lot more than 72 pencils to do the 5 on a side.
Yeah.
That would be almost wow.
I mean, it's doable. You could,
yeah.
We could make this out of like really long bamboo or something, because it doesn't have to be a hexagon. It will still, the structure will still work. It's just the hexagons, as you've seen, make it so pleasing.
Well, and every time you line up on that honeycomb and you see all the hexagons, it's really lovely. But also, these don't mesh perfectly because they're all identical. So they're always going to be a little offset as they mesh.
Yeah, I don't think there's one like...
Right, there's not like a perfect...
The perfect meeting of the center of all their axes.
Yes, I see that now.
Because what we're taking is just a section
but
of an infinite lattice.
Oh no, yeah, even if it's 5 and 5, it still has to overlap. There still has to be a bias to one.
Because if you think about what we started with, those original groups of 7 pencils, there's one right in the middle.
Right.
And if you had a different group of 7 pencils with one right in the middle, that's one that's common to both would have to self-intersect.
Right.
For that to be the dead center of all of them.
Oh, can I borrow the blacks?
Yeah,
these 4 black ones? I have this idea.
Oh, you can now label, yeah. You could do one of each if you want to.
Well, that's what I was thinking about, just running through all the 4 centers.
All right. So I have a practical and I have an artistic. 2 sets of problems for you.
Say again?
I have 2 problems for you with this shape. One is, and this is an issue whenever people build these, elastic bands are not forever.
Right.
So if this structure is left on a shelf somewhere for a couple of years, these will fatigue and eventually go.
Yeah.
And so there are different things people try to preserve their pencil models.
3D printed brackets?
Where you could do, some people have messed with a shape called the gyroid, 3D printing that as an internal mesh.
Nice. Okay.
Hold everything together.
Yeah.
Some people go through and put a little drop of glue
Sure.
between faces. People dip them in glue to try and get them to hold.
Well, presumably mathematically, there's a minimum number of holes you have to drill through the thing for stability.
That's true.
So what is the least number of holes you could drill all the way through?
All the way through. Or you could, then you tighten it from both sides and it clamps it in.
I need an M.5 all thread.
Yeah, so I mean, I was wondering about swapping out the elastic bands for cable ties or wire or something that preserves that style.
Well, so there are sometimes springs that work like belts.
Oh, okay, yep.
Right, that would be a mechanical solution that would not deform. That's the problem, right? Is that the rubber band's tension causes it to deform over time.
Right. So that's what's going wrong with your elastic band.
But also, you only need to hold on to certain of them.
Yeah, that's also very true.
like you could almost do it where it's almost like it's. Wait a second. Hang on. I think I have this. I have an idea here.
I think you could do it just opposite ones.
Just,
Is that sufficient
just two.
tension?
Because there's only two directions where there's an. Am I right about that? Where there's an exposed. So
You could
with
clamp
this,
in just those
it would
exposed
be
ones.
just that one. Yep. Wait. That one. And this one. Yep. And that one. And then, where's the other vulnerable one? There it is. Wait.
Oh yeah, and it will need one underneath as well. Yeah.
Because you're equal and opposite
Yeah, exactly.
tension on the other side. Yeah.
Oh, hey, no, don't you fall.
Maybe these elastic bands are a bit too big for.
It could be for this, what I'm trying to do. What did I lose? I lost one. Oh, here we go. This is the last one to do, and then we'll figure out where that one disappeared from. Okay, so the exposed ones are that and that. And yeah, there we go. That and that. Same thing. Oh, yeah, that's definitely not enough to hold it together.
But with that tighter.
Yeah, I guess
work?
It could be.
I see what you do, because you're saying for each of these, there's only two opposite pencils. Oh, sorry. Oh, maybe I've just miscentered mine. You definitely don't need the band on all the pencils.
No. And it's, I'm not sure. Wait. Oh, wow. I feel like we're building a science fiction movie's version of a Tesseract.
Yeah,
right?
it is. This is the MacGuffin of some.
I love the idea of what's the minimum number of rubber bands to obtain the right amount of tension.
It's holding together.
Roughly. It still wants to. There's still a few.
Yeah.
But that's also manufacturing vagaries, right? Plus or minus a few microns here is going to add up. This is, I think we've provided office workers with hours of distracting play using company equipment and time. Dude, the thing is it feels really good here. That's the part that's really nifty. Is there's some multiple stages where your brain goes, oh, thank you for that.
Yes, the build-up of tension, and then you're like, oh, and then it's so neat. Everything lines up.
It's very accessible. We have a couple of things to build today, and this was the simpler construction because the other one could go far afield. This is really, really delightful, man.
We got a win in the bag now.
What's that?
We got one win in the bag.
It's true. We got one win in the bag, and now we can go off on the other one and see where it lands. Thank you guys for joining us in the cave. Can we include a link to your book in the description?
Yes, my book. I think it came out yesterday in the US. Love Triangle.
It came out yesterday here.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you. I'm very excited.
Amazing. How many books have you written now?
This is book number 3. And I thought it was very pleasing. My third book is a book about triangles. And that was partly serendipitous.
How are you going to follow that one up?
Who knows?
I wonder.
Good thing there's a sequence.
There's more Matt videos coming soon. We'll see you guys next time.